Hello, Miss Gracia. This is my video task, and the topic is climate change is happening. Here's how we adapt. We all know that the climate change is a problem that every person in the world is suffering. It happens by many reasons. Every person in the world has contributed to climate change. Actions, choices, and behaviors will have to lead an increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Choosing the kind of energy we use in our house, workplaces, and in our daily life. Adaptation is the principal way to deal with the impacts of changing climate. It involves taking practical actions to manage risk from climate impacts, protect communities, and strengthen the resilience of economy. So, we have a choice. We can either choose to start to make a climate change seriously and significantly mitigate our greenhouse gas emissions, and then we will have to adapt to less of the climate change impacts in the future. Alternatively, we can continue to really ignore the climate change problem, but if we do that, we are also choosing to adapt to very much more powerful climate impact in the future. 2 degrees centigrade is the temperature that is associated with the dangerous impacts across the range of different indicators to humans and to the environment. So 2 degrees centigrade constitutes dangerous climate change. But dangerous climate change can be subjective. So if we think about the extreme weather, even that might happen in some part of the world, and if that happens in a part of the world where there are good infrastructure, there are people that are well insured, and so on, the impact can be destructive. It can cause upset, it could cause cost, it could even cause some deaths. But if that exact happen in same weather in some place that there are poor infrastructure and people is not well insured, or they are not having good support, significant lost houses, but it could also cause significant amounts of debt. And if we focus on our historical emission trend in recent years, and we put that together with our understanding of the direction of travel in the global economy, then we are much more on track for a 4 degrees centigrade global warming than we are for 2 degrees centigrade. And this will be only with the temperature and how the problem with these extremes, and not just the temperature extremes, but also the extremes in terms of storms, the terms with the storms, other climate impacts. In our infrastructure is just not set up to deal with this sort of events. They have different parts of the world, and this is going to be extremely challenging. The impacts will be huge. The other thing it does is tell us something about the energy policy. If you live in a part of the world where per capita emissions are already high, it points us toward reducing energy demand. So it doesn't matter whether we choose nuclear power or carbon capture and storage, upscale of biofuel production, or go for a much bigger rollout of wind turbines and wave turbines. All of that will take time, and that's because with all the will in the world, the large-scale engineering infrastructure that we need to roll out rapidly to decarbonize the supply side of our energy system is just simply not going to happen in time. So it doesn't matter what kind of energy we choose. All of that will take time. We need to focus on energy efficiency but also on energy conservation. In other words, using less energy. So this is my video task. Thanks for watching.